Hi everyone, and welcome to day 7 of our 30 days to the roots of yoga. So today's class I'm going to be taking you through some standing asanas, and today's theme is going to be around sthira, which is a core concept of traditional yoga where we aim to find steadiness in any asana that we practice. It's also mentioned in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, in the sutra where he says sthira sukham asanam, which means to be able to stay in a comfortable position for an extended period of time, or a steady position for an extended period of time. And this doesn't only apply to seated asanas, it also applies to any part of our asana practice where we aim to find that steadiness in whichever posture that we're practicing. So as usual, we'll come into a comfortable seated position, whether that be Sukhasana or a cross-leg position, or Vajrasana, coming onto your knees and placing the hands on the knees or the lap, palms facing down. Couple moments to ground down. Finding your breath. And beginning to find some ease through your breathing. So trying not to force anything. Just seeing how the natural rhythm of your breath lands in your body. Softening through every part of the body. Relaxing the face, the jaw, the eyelids. Softening the shoulders as they fall away from the ears. Just beginning to find your center and that steadiness through your breath. And we're going to be using our breath as an anchor to bring us back to this steadiness throughout today's class. So anytime you find your mind drifting or wandering off, coming back to the breath and allowing it to guide you back to your center, to the present moment. And then when you're ready, slowly opening up the eyes. We're going to make our way up onto all fours and then tucking the toes under, taking our Ardha Mukha Svanasana and starting to pedal out through the legs. Just warming up the backs of the legs and the feet. Maybe nodding the head yes and shaking the head no. Good, maybe coming up onto the toes and then taking that wave with the spine, coming backwards and forwards. And then dropping the knees down onto the ground. We're going to take some gentle warm-up asanas. So taking some shoulder rolls, going backwards. Inhaling and lifting, and exhale back and down. Good, and then taking right hand behind you, left hand outside of right leg or right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, and take a few breaths. Coming back through center, left hand behind you, right hand outside of left knee or left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and take a few breaths. Slowly coming back through center and then tucking under the toes, sitting back onto the heels of the feet. A few breaths here, breathing into the soles of the feet. Good, and then taking the hands forwards, and we're going to tuck the toes under, come into Ardha Mukha Svanasana again, and then walking the feet towards the top of the mat, and inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, we're going to take a bend in the knees and start to drop the bottom down. As we inhale, take the arms up and then come into Utkatasana, or your chair pose, and take 5 breaths here. Good, slowly start to come up to standing, arms by the sides of the body, coming into Tadasana for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to start to take our feet together again. Inhale, take the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale down to Uttanasana. This time we're going to step back using the right foot. So right foot is facing towards the side of the mat, and just heel toe that left foot to the center of the mat. Inhale as you start to come up to standing, and taking the arms out to a T. We're coming into Virabhajasana 2. So you might need to take that left foot a little bit further towards the top of the mat. And then you're going to take a bend in the left knee. Making sure that the arms are in line with each other, in line with the shoulders. And then taking drishti or gaze to left middle finger. Take a few breaths. Good, and then you're going to slowly start to turn towards that left foot and then slightly step in with that right foot. So the right foot is at a bit of an angle and left foot is exactly where it was. Inhale, take the arms up, and exhale, bending into left knee, coming into Virabhajasana. Taking a few breaths, so hands can come together or they can stay apart. Good, slowly start to release the arms down, and we're going to step forwards to the top of the mat. We're going to bring our feet or our legs together, and then we're going to take our left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. If it doesn't come all the way up here, take it to the shin, the right shin, or the right ankle. So finding your place. And then coming into a standing position here, grounding down through that right leg and the right sole of the foot. Inhale and take the arms up, bring the palms together, coming into Vrikshasana or your tree pose. And we're going to take 5 breaths here. So it might help to focus on something in front of you that's not going to move. Good, take in a few breaths. If you fall out, come back in. And then bring the hands down through heart center. We're going to keep the hands in Anjali Mudra at the heart center and try, if you can, to release that left leg. Take it out behind you. Still standing, sorry. Balancing on that one leg. Remembering Sthira, trying to find steadiness. If you fall out, coming back in. Either keeping the hands here or extending the arms out by the sides of the body. So I'm just aware of my space here. If I lean forward, I'm going to touch the wall. So I'm just shifting back slightly and then coming back into Asana. Taking a few breaths. So if you're shaking or wobbling like I am, completely normal. Signs of building that steadiness and that strength. From here, trying to keep that left leg lifted, hugging the left knee into the chest. Take a breath. Good. And then option to catch hold of the left big toe with the left fingertips. Right hand comes to the right hip. Inhale, lengthen that left leg forwards. And then slowly start to bring it out to the left side. Take a breath. And then slowly start to release. Release the hand and release that foot. Come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, take the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale, hands down through heart center, coming down into Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and then jump or step back into a higher plank. Exhale down through Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Taking a breath. From here, we're going to step our right foot to the middle of the mat and then turn the left foot to face the side of the mat. Inhaling and starting to come up, bringing the arms out to the sides. And then exhale into that right knee and adjusting that right foot if you need to. Come into Virabhajasana 2 on this side. Taking a few breaths, checking the arms are in line with each other. Good, and then slowly starting to turn that back foot, maybe stepping it in slightly, and then inhale, take the arms up. Exhale into the right knee, Virabhajasana on this side for a few breaths. Slowly bring the arms down. And then we're going to step to the front of the mat and bringing the feet together. We're going to bring the weight of our body into this left standing leg. So grounding down through Baddha Bandha on this side and then taking the right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh or the left shin. Wherever you find balance. Inhale and slowly start to bring the arms up. Palms together, coming into Vrikshasana, finding that steady gaze point in front of you for a few breaths. And after your last breath, taking the hands down through heart center, keeping the hands here in Anjali Mudra. And I'm going to adjust myself again before I come into this asana. But we're going to try and keep that balance as we take that right leg out behind us. extending it out behind us and leaning forwards into Virabhajasana 3. And you're either going to stay here where the hands are at heart center or bring the arms by the sides of the body for a few breaths. Now the toes should be pointed in this asana, or the foot can be flexed. I always find it easier to point the toes. It helps to find that length through the center of the body. And then we're going to slowly start to bring that right leg all the way in, hug the right knee in. Good, and then catching hold of the big toes with the peace fingers and extending right leg out in front of you, left hand to left hip. The right leg comes all the way out to the side without dropping if you can. So if you do fall, just again, finding that grounding, that steadiness and that center. I'm right there with you. And then taking that right leg all the way out to the side. Taking a breath. And then slowly starting to take that right leg down. And just walking it out on the spot. Maybe shaking the hands out. And then inhale, take the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale down to Uttanasana. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Jump or step back to a high plank. Exhale down through knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. From here, dropping the knees down and sitting back onto the heels of the feet. Couple of moments of grounding here. Palms face down in the lap. Closing off your eyes or softening your gaze. And then from here, just coming into Shavasana for 5 to 7 minutes. But that is the end of our standing sequence class. Those are a few of the common standing asanas that you might come across in your practice or in classes going forwards throughout your yoga journey. As always, you can read more in the Substack article, and I really hope that was helpful. I will see you tomorrow for day 8 of the 30 days to the roots of yoga.